Good, bright, and beautiful Monday to everyone. Welcome to GardenStateWeather.com and GardenStateWeather.blogspot.com. Premier video forecast discussions for the northern mid-Atlantic region and the country as well on this beautiful Monday, the 21st of September 2020, as we're heading into the last full day of summer 2020 and into the autumn beginning tomorrow. And looking at this bright and beautiful water vapor imagery this morning, we can see we've got tropical storm Beta here off of the coast of Texas and Louisiana here, providing some showers and thunderstorms. It's going to be a big producer of rain in this area of the country. Another tropical disturbance here south of Mexico here. And lots of areas of upper level lows moving into the northwestern coast. Here's another upper level low here in central Canada, central southern Canada. High pressure over the top of us right now. Here is what is left of Teddy here, and that's going to be steered between this high pressure zone here and this high pressure zone here into the Canadian Maritimes, and we still have activity coming in from off of the African coast during today as well. And the satellite imagery this morning shows lots of clear skies over most of the country east of the Continental Divide. The only exception here is for portions of Florida, where this small disturbance here, an area of showers and thunderstorms, southeastern Florida, northwestern Bahamas, the Straits of Florida, associated with a weak frontal system on the surface charts this morning. The disturbance forecast to move southward and over western Cuba during the next couple of days, move back northward on Thursday through Saturday, as the upper level winds expect to become marginally conducive for development on Thursday and Friday, with the disturbance is forecast to approach the Florida Keys and South Florida. So the development is about 20% chance. Here we've got hurricane, what's left of tropical storm Beta here, 50 mile per hour winds, 996 millibar pressure. It's moving to the west at about 5 to about 6 miles an hour. Let's head into the weather center here, the Tropical Storm Center. As of, we're expecting slow motion of Beta, again, because of the steering winds here. Texas coast and southeast Louisiana, flash and urban and minor river flooding likely. Rainfall also spread northward into the Arklatex region. Moving into the eastern lower Mississippi Valley and portions of the southeast through the end of the week. Flash flooding and isolated minor river flooding expected. There is a danger of life-threatening storm surge near times of high tide through Tuesday across portions of Texas and Louisiana coast, with the storm surge warnings in that area. Tropical storm force winds will spread westward across Texas coast later this morning and continue into Tuesday. And when we look at the Storm Prediction Center's rainfall amounts here, looks like the southern portions of Louisiana down to the Gulfport regions here are expecting the most rain with this particular storm. Hurricane Teddy is still hanging on here over portions of the waters here just east of Bermuda. Wind gusts near tropical storm force have been reported on the island, and tropical storm conditions could continue through this evening. It's expected to transition into a powerful post-tropical cyclone as it moves closer towards Atlantic Canada later Tuesday through Thursday, and there is an increasing risk of impacts from wind, rain, and storm surge. Tropical storm watch is in effect for portions of Nova Scotia. Heavy rains across the Atlantic Canada region expected with Teddy between tomorrow and Thursday after it becomes a strong post-tropical cyclone. Large swells produced obviously as well. There's high rip current risk all the way along the east coast today as well from this particular storm system. Of course, we have post-tropical cyclone Paulette producing small area of showers and thunderstorms not far to the northeast of its center of circulation. Some development is still possible with this system, believe it or not, becoming a tropical or subtropical cyclone later today or tomorrow as it moves eastward at 10 to 15 miles per hour. Chance of formation in the next 5 days about 60%. Now that's what's left of Paulette, but we still have additional showers and thunderstorm clusters here coming off of the coast of Africa as we speak. Beautiful depiction on our northeastern satellites this morning. We've got high pressure over northern New England and a northeast flow centered around the high, and that's producing some cloud cover here across portions of the Delmarva into the Virginias coastal fronts this morning, and of course Hurricane Teddy, which is well out into the Atlantic here, around two areas of high pressure, one which is over us right now with clear skies, and the other one just to the east of it, and that's producing this northeast flow. If we take a look at the goes east band 13. Lots of clear skies over the forecast area this morning. Northeast winds streaming out over the ocean here into the central mid-Atlantic coastal areas. There's nothing going on the radar, and nothing is showing up. And here's our surface chart with high pressure here over northeastern New England and that northeast flow. Beautiful clear skies on this last day of summer 2020, with temperatures this morning running into the low and mid 40s here in Sussex County near Sandyston, and 49 at Wantage. Down in the valley here at Walpack, it's 41 currently at 9:42 this morning. We did have some chilly air and some frost advisories in effect earlier. The low temperatures dropped down to the upper 20s here in Sandyston, around 29 here in Walpack this morning. Other temperatures generally running in the upper 30s to mid 40s across the region. There was quite a lot of temperature contrast here between the coastal plain, where temperatures were in the 50s naturally, being by the water, and the cool, clear air and subsidence producing temperatures in the upper 30s and mid 40s across the interior. If we took a look at the barometric pressure this morning, obviously high pressure is in control, so that is not a problem. Relative humidities are quite nice as well. They're ranging in the 50s to 60s, which is good. Dew points this morning, very comfortable. Look at this, very dry air with temperature dew points in the 30s and 40s, so hence the very clear skies. Wind speeds right now are out of the northeast, and they're fairly light with the center of high pressure over control of our area, with wind gusts about 5 to 10 miles per hour on average. A little stronger right here along the immediate coast. National surface charts this morning shows multiple cold fronts moving into the northwestern United States. High pressures in control across the eastern United States, with the exception of the frontal boundary near the Keys, back with Beta, tropical storm Beta here this morning off of the Texas Gulf Coast. As we move into the afternoon hours, of course, a lot of that rainfall now in the Arklatex area, Louisiana, southeastern Texas. High pressures in control across the eastern United States, and weak weather systems coming in through the week. If we moved into Wednesday and Thursday, it's going to be a slow mover here for Beta. Some large rains here across the Arklatex and the Mississippi Panhandle, Tennessee River Valley area. And then, look, everything quiets down. It's a pretty quiet pattern overall, with high pressure building in across the western United States, and another weak cold front moving across the eastern United States as we head into next weekend. But overall, pretty quiet weather here for the eastern United States, and I need that in my mind. Looking at the precipitation forecast over the next 7 days, it looks like the heaviest rains here across the Arklatex area to southeastern Texas, Louisiana, the Mississippi River Valley area. Things really kind of quiet as we head into day 7, which would be next Monday, associated with a frontal boundary here across southeastern Canada all the way through the Ohio River and Tennessee River Valley areas, but generally pretty quiet weather indeed. New Jersey regional temperatures for today on Monday in the low to mid 60s across the region, which is about 10 degrees below normal for this time of the year. Normal temperatures are in the mid 70s, and that's going to be the trend as we head into Tuesday, with temperatures right around the low to mid 70s across the region. In fact, just even a few degrees below that of normal. And by the time we get into Wednesday, ahead of we're starting to warm up on a southwest wind. Temperatures on the backside of the high getting back into the mid and upper 70s, which is about normal for this time of the year. Maybe touching 80 in a few spots here on Thursday, and back into the upper 70s and right around 80 or so on Friday. And just beautiful weather. If you're looking for beautiful weather, this is just about as best as you can get for this time of the year. And of course, with that northeast flow along the coastlines here of southern New York into New Jersey here for the marine areas, we're dealing with a high risk of rip currents. Surf zone dangerous at all levels for swimmers. Stay out of the water and remember that to heed the advice of local beach patrol and flag warning systems. If there's no beach patrol in your area, the flag warnings will definitely be up and elevated through today. Once again for New Jersey, and this doesn't matter where you are along the New Jersey coast during today through tomorrow, there's a high surf advisory in effect through tomorrow morning, high rip current risk in effect through tomorrow evening. Rip current risk obviously is going to be on the high side. Surf height is 6 to 7 feet. That's pretty dangerous, folks. Thunderstorm potential none. UVI index is high with the full sun on our doorstep here. Water temperatures around 70, so they're chilling down a little bit. Weather completely sunny. High temperatures today will be in the mid 60s along the Jersey coast. Northeast winds at 15 to 20 miles an hour is going to make that air temperature feel even chillier. High tide at Belmar 11:04 this morning, low at 5:16 this evening. Sunrise just passed, obviously. Sunset this evening, losing more daylight hours as we approach the autumn here, which begins tomorrow. Sunset tonight at 6:54. Tomorrow is going to be a high risk of rip currents as well. Seas around 5 feet, sunny skies, temperatures in the low 70s, north winds around 15. So the next couple of days, a little rough on the waters here, but absolutely beautiful on the land. I'm going to end this forecast this morning with the GOES satellite imagery on visible red. Showing up, here's Teddy heading towards the Canadian Maritimes. Here's what's left of Paulette here, being sheared apart. A couple of waves coming in from off the coast of Africa. It doesn't look very organized to me. Here's Beta, just off the southeast coast of Texas here. Upper level low here across southeastern Canada. And the sun and the satellite haven't shown up on the west coast yet because it's still just too early. And if your allergies are bothering you, well, probably because of other weeds, which are on the high side. Grasses seem to be on the lower side now as we head into the end of September, the beginning of October. Trees are obviously dying at this point. There's a change in the leaf structure as well, as we can see by visually looking at them. Ragweed is low, and mold spores are low right now, but other weeds, yeah, they're going to be on the high side, and that makes you feel a little bit off. Well, this map is very concerning because COVID is actually spreading across the northern plains. There was a smaller cluster of high levels of COVID across the northern plains just a day or two ago, and now it's spreading into Michigan and portions of the central plains here into the mid-Atlantic region. Here in New Jersey, we're pretty much neutral. We're still rising a little bit on a day-to-day value. Cold and flu seems to be in check right now. Fever seems to be on the high side. Yeah, it seems to be on the moderate to high side everywhere you go here across the country, on the low to medium side, and there are no indications of flu right now across the country because everything is subjectively correlated into the idea that everybody who has flu has COVID. And so these numbers here look a little bit expansively overdone to me.